Head coach Vanessa, Blair-Lewis, wrapping up the homestand here against Norfolk State. Kind of a tough loss because the offense struggled a bit during the game. Talk about what you saw out there from the Lady Wildcats.
Well, I think we started out aggressive. We came out, the game plan was to attack, to get to the hole, to force them to have to defend us and move their feet. But we just struggled trying to put the ball in the hole in both halves. Just weren't able to connect and finish shots.
Now, like you said, it came out aggressive. It was back and forth, tag and tag with baskets. But what was the turning point? Because there at the end they had a 10-2 run to close out the first half. What made the difference that caused the offense to start to dwindle?
Well, I think when you're not connecting on shots, and they were a fast-breaking team, so when they were getting the rebounds, they were pushing that ball down the floor, and we were getting back, but we were also fouling and putting them on the free throw line for some unanswered points there. Ray Carbo did a great job on us tonight. She had 29 points. She also went to the line 14 times, so it was just tough for us to defend. After we missed the shot, getting back in transition, she just did a good job of attacking the basket.
Now, this is something you've brought up in the past, that Kendra Cooper started to get a little bit warm, but then we lost the offensive protection from everybody else. How do you overcome that as a team down the road, especially going on the road to Baltimore this next weekend?
Well, it was tough to really prepare for because we lost Kailyn Crawford right before our last game on Saturday, and she's a big part of what we did. Her last outing, she was 18 and 11. So now you're taking out scoring and the ability to defend. She's one of our better defenders. And so you take that out of the lineup, and now you're instantly trying to replace between 15 to 17 points from players who have not ordinarily been scorers. Cooper has faced what she's faced. All teams know about her, so she usually gets her shots later on in the game. But it was big for us tonight for Kailyn to connect on her 4 for 12 night, and we had 0 for 5, so it was tough to not put the ball in the hole when we're right there in the paint. And it's just a matter of being focused, and I just don't think our ladies focused on finishing tonight.
Well, speaking of Kailyn, 1 point off of triple-double. Matches the NCAA current season high for blocks in a game with 10, 17 boards. And like I said, 1 point at 9 points, 1 point off of triple-double. Talk about her performance, especially defensively out there.
Well, Kailyn defensively has always been there for us. She has toed the line for us defensively. She is a big part of what we do, and she's talented and mobile for her size. So she not only when she blocks shots, she alters a ton of other shots that they don't get in the stat sheet for that. Defensively, her night tonight, 17 boards and 10 block shots is awesome. And she can do that almost every night. She is a gift for us defensively. And really, the coaching staff are talking, she could have had a triple-double tonight. And just putting together both halves of the floor, the defensive end and the offensive end. She is a big part of what we do defensively, why we're able to keep teams in the 40s and 50s, because as they're penetrating to us, she changes a lot of what goes on.
Ladies, go back out on the road for a MEAC road series. Last time you were out, you split 1-1. What should we expect from the Baltimore swing?
Well, I think more of the same. This is a heavy-laden guard conference, and every single night you're going to see, you're not going to see Kailyn Williams out on the floor. The conference doesn't have that luxury like they used to be a post conference, and now it's switched to a guard conference. You see a lot of teams, 4 guards, 1 post, and they just run dribble drive and coming in the paint, and you're going to see that almost from every single team, and we've seen that a lot in non-conference. That's just the way of the game right now. So it's great to have the gift of Kailyn on the defensive end. When you're playing against that, we funnel things to her, she changes shots, but on the offensive end, we're going to see most of the same thing. Our ability to get and finish shots is going to be huge for us.
Kailyn Williams, tough loss tonight in conference play, but heck of a defensive performance from you out there. Talk about what you saw in the paint. You came away with 10 blocks, and 10 of your 17 rebounds were on the defensive glass. Talk about what you saw out there in the paint.
Usually when I play against different guards, to come into the paint, they usually try to give me a foul trouble, but my job is to block shots and alter shots for if a guard go past my guard. So I just made sure that nothing like that happened. Rebound-wise, that was just my other job too.
Now, you had 5 blocks at halftime, and it didn't Were they redirecting at all what they were trying to do offensively around you, or were they still just coming right at you?
At first, they were just going straight up until they realized I would block anyway. So they tried to redirect it, but I got a hand of that too.
Now, with the 17 rebounds and 10 blocks, and you had 9 points, just one missed free throw away from a first career triple-double at the collegiate level. How much do you want that free throw back?
I want it back a lot. I wish I could have made it. I should have had to follow through with my wrist.
Now, with that said, this is realistically the closest that you've come to being able to log that stat. Is this something that we're going to see a little bit more of? Because this is your third consecutive game with at least 7 blocks. Is this something we're going to see more of?
Yes. Now doing MEAC, I'm sure how I know how they will alter their shots, try to go redirecting around it. So I try to do that. I try to make sure I keep my rebounding up, and I try to finish my shots in the paint.
Now, obviously, you got career high on rebounds, but you also got a career high on the blocks, and that brings you to a tie for the current lead for blocks in a game in the NCAA. How does it feel to hit that plateau?
It feels good. I just wish we would have won.